attribute. The higher the attribute, the more finishers they can store, with the max being 3. So I think that, it's just kind of bringing the game. It's like we're doing something brand new with the game this year, but at the same time, kind of going back to the roots of what made the SmackDown series fun to begin with. So now players will be able to, if you want, one RKO after another RKO followed by a punt to the skull. If you're John Cena, you can, attitude adjustment followed by the STF. We're just letting players, do it whenever they want. Once you have that icon, like, you can hit it, whenever you like. There's no window that you have to do it, So I think it just makes the gameplay, it breaks it open a lot more, and you can kind of play as you want to play, as opposed to how we're kind of forcing you to play.
Has the speed of getting your finisher been adjusted? Because I know in previous SmackDown games, specifically the early in the series, it was a race to the finisher, and once you hit the finisher, it was over.
Yeah. We're still in the midst of tuning everything for this year's game in WWE 12, but we're all kind of, and by all I mean, the guys on the design team are really focused on, on having it so that, we don't want it to be too long, building up that meter, but at the same time, we don't want it to be like you start the match and within a minute and a half, you've got your meter filled up and you're able to do your signature and your finisher. So it's just, finding that nice middle ground. And I think where the game is right now is definitely a really good starting point. I mean, I'm not sure how you feel. You've been playing it. What do you think?
I think
Tell me right now. You got me.
For some characters, it is very easy to get a finisher. Okay. Now, it's also easy to reverse the finishers too a little bit. So I mean, there is some there. I think it's usually, for the most part, it is a little bit easier to get the finisher, I think.
Okay, this is great feedback to hear, man. That's why you're here. That's why this guy is here. So I can take this information and
fix it
and make this game. I'm not even gonna say try to be the best that it can be. I mean, I don't want to blow too much smoke up anybody's ass. I think sometimes I might get a little overzealous, and then people, kind of big it up to this, and then by the time they get it, it's like, oh,
okay, yeah.
I do that sometimes. I just get excited. I mean, I'm happy about the games, and I want you guys to be too. I just want to, kind of temper expectations. It's gonna be a good game, but just, try not to think that we're giving you 3 years worth of content in the 11 months.
10 months, 10 months or 11 months, yeah. Talk about some of the is there any new match types this year?
Can't talk about that right now.
Okay.